September 20th, 1988. Morning settles gently over Belen, New Mexico. The desert air is cool, quiet, almost peaceful. On this ordinary Tuesday, 19-year-old Tara Calico prepares for her daily bicycle ride, something she has done countless times before. Tara is disciplined, responsible, and full of promise. She works at a local bank, recently graduated high school with honors, and dreams of traveling the world. Her routine is familiar, the same road, the same time, the same confidence that nothing could go wrong. Before leaving, her mother makes a casual but uneasy suggestion. She asks Tara to take a small gun along, just in case. Tara refuses, smiling. She doesn't want the extra weight. She promises she'll be back by noon. She has a tennis date later that day. At around 9:30 a.m., Tara mounts her bicycle and heads south along State Road 47. The road stretches endlessly through scrubland and open desert. A few vehicles pass. The sun rises higher. Everything appears normal. But noon comes, and Tara does not return. By early afternoon, concern turns into panic. Her mother drives the cycling route again and again, searching the roadside ditches, calling out her name. There is no sign of Tara. No bicycle. No cassette player she always carried. It's as if she vanished into thin air. By nightfall, authorities are called. Search teams fan out across the desert. Dogs trace scents that abruptly stop. There are no witnesses. No physical evidence. No explanation. A young woman left home on a bike ride. And never came back. The search intensifies quickly. Law enforcement, volunteers, friends, and family comb miles of desert terrain. Helicopters sweep overhead. Search dogs follow faint trails that lead nowhere. Each hour that passes deepens the fear. What troubles investigators most is what isn't found. No blood. No torn clothing. No broken bicycle. Tara's disappearance defies logic. If she had been injured, something would have been left behind. If she had chosen to run away, her personal belongings would not have vanished with her. Witnesses later report seeing a light-colored pickup truck along the route that morning. Some say Tara may have been harassed by young men who had encountered her on previous rides. Others remember nothing unusual at all. Days turn into weeks. Weeks turn into months. Flyers fade under the desert sun. Leads dry up. Rumors spread quietly through the small town. Some whisper about an accident. Others suggest something far darker. Her family refuses to give up hope. Her mother keeps Tara's room exactly the same. Birthdays pass. Holidays come and go. Each one arrives with the same painful question: where is Tara Calico? With no evidence and no suspects, the case begins to cool. But just as the trail seems completely lost, something surfaces thousands of miles away, something that will shock the nation and breathe new life into the mystery. A photograph. One that raises more questions than answers. In June of 1989, nearly 9 months after Tara disappeared, a woman in Port St. Joe, Florida finds a Polaroid photograph in a convenience store parking lot. The image is disturbing. It shows a young woman and a young boy inside a van. Both appear restrained. Their expressions are fearful. The photo is grainy, imperfect, but haunting. When the image is released publicly, Tara's mother sees it, and collapses. She is convinced the young woman is her daughter. The resemblance is striking, the same facial structure, the same hairline, even the same scar on the leg. Scotland Yard analysts later state they believe the woman in the photo is Tara Calico. The FBI, however, remains uncertain. The boy in the photo is never identified. Some speculate he may be another missing child. Others believe the image could be staged, or unrelated entirely. Despite countless investigations, the origin of the photo is never confirmed. No fingerprints. No van. No photographer. No suspects. Yet the image refuses to disappear. For Tara's family, the photo offers something unbearable, hope mixed with terror. If it is her, then she was alive months after her disappearance. But where was she taken? And why was no ransom ever demanded? The photograph becomes one of the most infamous images in true crime history. And the mystery deepens. As years pass, attention turns back to Belen. Investigators quietly examine local theories, ones never spoken loudly, but often whispered. Some locals believe Tara may have been struck by a vehicle driven by young men from influential families, followed by a desperate cover-up. Others suggest she was forcibly taken after repeated harassment along her cycling route. There are names. There are stories. But there is no evidence strong enough to stand in court. Witnesses grow older. Memories blur. Some people refuse to talk at all. Tara's mother pursues answers relentlessly, pressing authorities, writing letters, refusing to let the case fade into obscurity. She believes the truth is known, just not spoken. Then, in 2013, a stunning statement emerges. The Valencia County Sheriff announces that investigators believe they know what happened to Tara Calico. He states that she was accidentally struck by a vehicle and later killed to cover it up. But again, no arrests. No remains. No closure. The case remains officially unsolved. For years, the world moves forward, but Patty Dole, Tara Calico's mother, remains suspended in time. Every morning begins the same way. She wakes with the same quiet hope, the same unanswered questions. She keeps Tara's room untouched, just as it was on the morning she left for her bike ride. The bed is made. The photographs remain on the wall. Nothing is disturbed, as if Tara might walk back in at any moment. Patty refuses to let her daughter become just another forgotten name in a police file. She speaks to reporters. She writes letters. She presses law enforcement for updates, even when there are none to give. Each interview reopens the wound, but she endures it, because silence feels worse. The Polaroid photograph haunts her. She studies it endlessly, memorizing every detail, every shadow. To her, the young woman in the image is unmistakable. A mother knows her child. And that belief becomes both her strength and her torment. Years pass. Birthdays arrive without celebration. Holidays come and go with an empty chair at the table. Patty waits through them all, believing that as long as there is no proof of death, hope still exists. But hope is heavy. In 2006, Patty Dole passes away without ever learning the truth about her daughter's fate. She leaves this world with unanswered prayers, unanswered calls, and unanswered questions. Yet her determination does not disappear with her. Because of a mother's refusal to forget, Tara Calico's story continues to be told. Her name continues to be spoken. Her face continues to be remembered. And the wait continues, passed from a mother's heart to the world itself. More than 3 decades have passed since Tara Calico disappeared, yet time has not softened the mystery, it has sharpened it. The investigation never officially closed. Tips still arrive. Theories still circulate. Somewhere, buried beneath years of silence, the truth remains. In 2013, the Valencia County Sheriff made a rare and unsettling statement. He announced that investigators believed they knew what happened to Tara Calico. According to his claim, Tara was accidentally struck by a vehicle driven by local young men, and what followed was a desperate attempt to hide the truth. But belief is not proof. There were no arrests. No charges. No physical evidence presented to the public. And without evidence, justice stands still. State Road 47 remains unchanged, stretching through the New Mexico desert, quiet and indifferent. Cars pass. Cyclists ride. The land remembers nothing, and yet it remembers everything. What makes Tara's case so disturbing is not just the disappearance, it is the absence. No body recovered. No crime scene identified. No definitive answers. Only fragments of possibility scattered across decades. For some, Tara Calico is a cold case. For others, she is a symbol of unanswered questions, of lost accountability, of how easily a life can vanish. Someone, somewhere, knows what happened on that road on September 20th, 1988. Until that truth is spoken, until proof replaces theory, Tara Calico's story remains unfinished. And the silence continues.